High winds, a heavy rain, and much more moving in and slamming the metro area and the coast. It's affecting everybody from the coast to the valley and on up to Mount Hood, but all in very different ways. Right now this morning, we've got live team coverage for you as we pinpoint exactly what you can expect for your day. Good morning, everybody. Let's give you a live look outside. You can see that flag blowing pretty strongly in the breeze. That's the one just above the Hawthorne Bridge, and it's just going to continue for much of the day. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chad Carter. It is 6 a.m. here on this Monday, November 19th. We've got team coverage for you of this morning's pinpoint weather alert. Brent Weisberg out monitoring the conditions for us. Carly Kennelly, of course, pinpointing your commute. But first, let's start with meteorologist Sally Showman. Sally, you have been on top of everything so far as it comes in this morning. And what are we going to see today?
You know, Chad, it's almost like a fire hose is aimed right at the Pacific Northwest right now. The focus of the heaviest rain, you can tell, is to the northwest of Portland. But don't be mistaken. If you're walking outside and you're around the metro area, we will get our turn. In fact, we did overnight while we were the focus for a while around Portland. Just light rain for now around downtown Portland, Wilsonville, Woodburn, but we need not go far before we are in the heavy rain from Vernonia to Longview and Scappoose. A very messy ride into work today if you commute on 30 or I-5 or Highway 26. So I'll zoom in there so you can see that heavy rainfall just hammering the Coast Range and locations north of Portland. And then out at the beach, it is a very stormy morning. We're not only talking about this heavy rainfall from Cannon Beach to Rockaway Beach and then down to Oceanside. We're talking about very strong winds. So flood advisories dominate the map from the Cascades all the way through the coast this morning. I want to give you a list of all of the counties that are under a warning. In these locations, flooding is likely on small streams, so just be aware if you live in any of these counties. I want to take you now to the concerns about the wind. We have had high winds out there, and actually that wasn't ready, but I can tell you we've had gusts of about 99 miles per hour in Cannon Beach, down around Newport. We've had a gust of about 98 miles per hour, so the high wind warning in effect through this afternoon out at the coast. Wind advisory for the central and southern Willamette Valley. Kelso has also seen gusts, I want to mention you, in excess of 30 miles per hour, and then central and eastern Oregon under a high wind warning until later on this afternoon as well. So we have a very, very busy day ahead weather-wise with the wind and the rain. I'm pinpointing the heaviest rainfall and who will see it when coming up in a few minutes. Chad?
All right, Sally, thank you very much. Well, as the storm rolled ashore, hitting the Oregon coast first, as you can see from this picture, this is the usual spot along Highway 101. Just south of Seaside. ODOT has closed it to low-profile cars. It's completely flooded out. Right now, only trucks traveling about 5 miles an hour are allowed to pass. This is some video from the coast here early this morning. Flooding going to continue to be a problem as about 5 inches could fall in some areas. Other issues on the coast, of course, high winds. You heard Sally talk about that. One gust even reached 99 miles an hour near Cannon Beach a short time ago. Now, those strong gusts are being felt at the Tolovana Inn in Cannon Beach. We want to go now to Lorraine Layton, who works at the inn. Lorraine, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, I'm doing very well. I guess the better question this morning is exactly how are you? We know you're a hardy bunch there on the coast, so how does this November storm stack up to what you've seen before?
Well, it is windy. I'll give you that. The rain is normal. I packed my suitcase from home in Seaside because I knew I wouldn't get home with the flood. It happens every year. And the wind is very strong. It hasn't blown me over yet, but this is normal, I think.
How is the hotel stocked guest-wise? Do you have quite a few guests there? Are you prepared if the power goes out or if things do take a turn for the worse as the day goes on?
We have our normal guests that come every year, and they know what the weather is like. We have some that have their Thanksgiving dinners upstairs in our banquet rooms, and they absolutely love it here. So nothing is different as far as the guests are concerned. We have the same people every year. They're loving it.
Our pinpoint weather net clocked a gust at about 99 miles an hour, not too far away from where you are there. As far as the gusts are concerned, does that sound about right with what you've been feeling over the course of the past couple of hours?
Yeah, it very well could be. The front doors, we have the sliders, and the wind opens them by themselves and then opens the interior doors. So they are stronger than normal.
All right, Lorraine Layton, thanks so much there at the Tolovana Inn this morning. We always appreciate you taking the time to speak with us, and stick by the phone. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again over the course of the day. Thank you, Lorraine, and best of luck out there.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, well, those heavy rains and high winds, of course, also going to be making their way to the Portland area at times. As Sally mentioned, a flood watch in effect for much of the local area. So let's turn now to KOIN Local 6 reporter Brent Weisberg. He's live for us in North Portland this morning. Brent, I know you've kind of had hit or miss rain showers. What's the situation now?
Chad, good morning. As you've been able to see on Sally's Doppler radar, the rain bands kind of hit and miss right now. We're finally getting a break, so a reprieve from the intense rain that we were seeing earlier, and the winds have actually calmed down. We know this is all temporary, though, because the winds, the gusts, they come very just out of nowhere, it seems like at times, and there is a chance for localized flooding here in the Portland metropolitan area as well, so you will want to be aware of that. Some of the dangers include the on and off ramps, so as you are getting onto local freeways and highways, just be aware of that just because of their design. City crews say they have been busy preparing for this storm over the weekend. Right now, if there was no strong wind, which we are starting to see pick up here in North Portland, this would be a typical fall storm. We have seen the strong winds, and so that is also a reminder for people driving those big SUVs and semi-trucks. We've seen them being pushed as we were driving up here to North Portland. Our live truck was getting pushed back and forth. ODOT says give yourself some extra time.
Rain is especially dangerous. Rain can cause all kinds of problems on the road. The most important thing motorists can do is give extra stopping distance to the cars in front of you. If everybody slows down, is extra careful on the roads, and watches out for the other guy, we're going to have a lot easier time.
No major issues right now here in the metropolitan area. I checked in with emergencies dispatchers here in Multnomah County. They said that there has been nothing significant for their officers in law enforcement and firefighters. Again, just with the winds here, it's that's what you're going to have to be aware of. Make sure you secure all of your yards, lawn chairs and tables. We've seen some mailboxes and the wind posts blowing very strong. If you do see a down tree or down power lines, stay away from those. Make sure you call and notify the proper authorities. Live in North Portland this morning, I'm Brent Weisberg, KOIN Local 6.
Brent, thank you very much. Let's turn now to Carly Kennelly for an update on the commute. Carly.
And a reminder about what's going on at the coast. We've got Highway 101 closed for most cars out there because of high water. It's just large trucks that can get through there at a reduced speed south of Seaside, where we've got a lot of flooding and high water. You want to watch for high water everywhere else too, because you never know when you'll come upon it, and you want to avoid driving through high water if you can. Now here's a look at a spot we've got a problem, and this is a downed tree on Highway 219 5 miles north of Newburgh. It's blocking 219. 99W is a plan B for you. And now we check out the spot where we've had an accident and see if it has cleared yet. So this is I-84 just before I-5. Looks like it has cleared within the last 5 minutes. So traffic's moving a lot better there just before the I-5 split. It was a spun out vehicle blocking the right lane. So you got to remember to slow down and especially watch those curves onto on-ramps and off-ramps, because that's where we see a lot of spun out vehicles. And it's no longer backed up to the Hollywood district. Chad?
All right, Carly, thank you very much. Well, this storm producing plenty of snow as well on Mount Hood. About a foot of new powder fell yesterday, and that has skiers and snowboarders extremely excited, as you can imagine. The ski resorts say they're confident with the help of this storm, they may just in fact be open come Friday.
These storms are producing really good quality snow for our base, and we're very hopeful that another 12 inches or so and we'd be in full operation.
Our Pinpoint Weather Department predicting about 20 inches of snow could fall by Wednesday, which is certainly great news. And hey, don't forget, folks, you can track the rain, wind, and snow with our free KOIN Local 6 Pinpoint Weather app. It's fantastic. You get many of the same services Sally gets to look at right here in the studio. It is free and available for both Apple and Android devices. Go track it down today. It'll be a good tool to have.